Hello, my name is Maxfield Young. I am in the class of German Dictatorship, and my final project is music across the dictatorships. I looked at music between the GDR and the Nazi regime, and I analyzed what music was for the country. Not just the type of music that was performed, but the type of music that was given to the populace and was allowed by the certain regimes. From looking at Nazi dictatorship, music was heavily involved in day-to-day life. Music was played on loudspeakers, there were many concerts, music was very plentiful in Nazi Germany, but it wasn't from individuals. It was from mainly the Aryan Empire. All music was controlled by the Aryan Empire, and you had to have Aryan status for musical employment. This basically was a way for Hitler to make it unable for Jews and people who were not of Aryan status to make music and record music. Music was often played over loudspeakers during his speeches, and they were even used during public hangings and executions to kind of cement what the music meant. It was used as a tactic for propaganda. It wasn't just for enjoyment. Hitler liked music so much that he made orchestras in concentration camps for the Nazi guards. He thought that the Nazi guards would appreciate music from a live audience, as a live audience. So he got people in the concentration camp to play in his orchestras and tortured them to play music. So if they messed up, guards would beat them, and they basically forced them to be better in order to live up to the Aryan ways. The other side of the dictatorships was the GDR, or the German Democratic Republic. Music was very different from the Nazi rule. Music wasn't taken as something beautiful and something that needed to be shared and was used as a propaganda machine. It was the exact opposite, where it was seen as dangerous and potentially subversive to Eastern Europe. USSR made a lot of work trying to not get Western music into East Germany. They did this by particularly examining song lyrics of German artists to make sure that there weren't any Western subplots or subliminal messaging to get people to want to be more Western. Many bands that were affected by this were the Klaus-Remft combo, which was banned from making music under the GDR. Another interesting thing that happened with music was the rise of punk rock through the generation of the young teenager generation. They created an underground punk rock movement, and it was illegal to listen to the music and produce the music, but it was pushed on by the teenagers, kind of like how rock was when it was first introduced, where the parents didn't want it, but this time but the youth wanted it and wanted to be immersed in music of punk rock. The sources I used to back this up were the Holocaust Museum Music of the Holocaust, a article called The East View, dissecting Central and Eastern Europe music, past and present, and music and the Holocaust through impact through education. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I hope you all do great on finals, and thank you very much for being such a great class this term.